You know what I think is such a missed opportunity, right? And it's such a good idea, I think, because you see it in Pathfinder 2e and Pathfinder 1e, and I thought it was so much fun, and it gave archers more variety, you know, is the different types of arrows and ammunition they can shoot, Like, if they don't want to give it to archers and everyone in general, right? You could give it just to rangers, because they're lacking. They really need something. Why not give them like the versatility? Make them the versatility class. Because they're already kind of like that. They're good for a lot of things. Why not make them the versatility or the crowd control class? Because you could give them the ability to craft like different arrows. Like you could have a barbed one that will do damage over time. You could do less initial, but damage over several rounds. You could do like D3 piercing and then like D3 piercing for the next 5 or something, right? Or you could do one that is like a web or a root. You shoot, right? And when you hit like an area or somebody, or it will shoot web or roots out from it and entangle them or maybe some people in an area, and you can have like a fire one, or you set someone on fire, or if you don't want to set someone on fire, maybe make the fire one explosive, you know that you shoot it like an incendiary one. You shoot it and maybe like a 5 or 10 foot radius. It will do like the arrow damage plus like damage equal to your proficiency in an area and set things on fire, because that's a thing that people did. It would be so much fun, and I think it would really give rangers like just something, and they could do so many things with it too. Like, like I said, there's a fire one they could do, a barbed one, and they can tangle, and then you could do like an ice one maybe, or like a knockout one. Maybe it does bludgeoning, like, the classic Looney Tunes, like arrow with a boxing glove at the end of it, it God, they could have so much fun with it, God, I just thought of that and I was like, God damn it. And I went to go look at Pathfinder 1e and like, oh, there's so many options here. Then I went to go look at 2e, like, oh my God, there's so many options here too, And like, you don't have to copy them, right? Because like, you can just take ones from history, right? Like, there is actually like a barbed one. Like, there's one with a big hooks at the end of it. There's one with a big crescent, that is slashing, Because like, yeah, there's another arrow option. Give them one that does slashing instead of piercing, You can have one that does slashing, one that does bludgeoning, one does like a barbed one, Then you have a poisoned one, or like necrotic, Like, does he like you do necrotic where it slowly eats the person, like the thing away or whatever, like. Oh my God, the more I think about it and talk about it, the more excited about this I get. And like, oh my God, I want this. I want to be the trick shot guy. I want to be the Batman. I want to be Green Arrow. I want to, I want to be Hawkeye with the different types of arrows and shit. That'd be so much fun. But you can't do that because it's not a thing. But that's it. I just want to talk about that. And when I read about it, but let me know in the comments, and because I would love to hear from it. I'd love to hear from you guys. So please don't forget to comment. Until next time, bye bye.